wake up! AI has replaced your job. Today, you are officially unemployed. Hello there, welcome back to my video. I'm Qian. In today's video, I want to talk about a hot topic that has been on my mind lately, which is AI in UX research. How does AI impact UX research roles? Will we lose our jobs? How does it change the way we work? If you are curious about this topic, join me in today's video as we uncover the potential and realities of AI in UX research. First, let's start with unpacking the buzzword. What is AI? AI stands for artificial intelligence. Essentially, it is a machine that can do smart things like read, write, analyze, like Siri, which is voice assistant. When you shop on Amazon, it can give you personalized recommendation, or think about face recognition when you unlock your phone. These are all AI. However, with the recent tools like ChatGPT, we are now closer to a new era, which is called AGI. AGI, on the other hand, is not limited to one specific area. So if AI is a specialty chef who is exceptionally well in making one type of cuisine, then AGI is like a 5-star chef who has a wide culinary skills and can adapt, learn, and even making new cuisines based on customers' appetite. Just like we humans can absorb new information, adapt to the environment, and learn as we evolve. While we haven't achieved AGI yet, tools like ChatGPT has brought us closer to that future. This future sounds exciting, but also kind of daunting. If you wonder how the future might look like with AGI and human, I highly recommend this book called Life 3.0. Now let's discuss the heart of the conversation. Will ChatGPT replace UX researchers? If you haven't played with ChatGPT yet, I highly recommend you to do so. You would be amazed by how quick and smart this tool is, especially in terms of logic, reasoning, and the speed it can execute a task. But despite the recent involvement in this tool, there are still things it falls short. First, ChatGPT cannot interpret nonverbal cues, tone, or cultural nuances from observation or user interviews. And those are the things that makes qualitative researchers so special, because we're able to detect those nuanced moments from the interaction with human beings. Second, which is the most important part that ChatGPT cannot replace, is the context. Because as researcher, a big part of our job is to gather the context from stakeholders. If we were to give ChatGPT a prompt, in order for it to make a sound recommendation on whatever executional task, we have to give it a proper and detailed context. With this context constraints, the result from ChatGPT could be unfeasible or even biased. While ChatGPT excels in tasks that are heavy in execution, it cannot yet replicate the creative ideation, empathetic engagement, and contextual understanding that are pivotal to UX research. And these human-centric skills form the cornerstone of our role as UX researchers. So what does this mean for UX researchers? We need to focus more on developing those human-centric skills. Empathy, creativity, and deep contextual understanding are the things that we might need to consider and focus on more in the age of AI. According to a recent survey conducted by Nielsen Norman Group, more than 60% of researchers have used AI tools more than 3 times per week. So now it is time to start learning. Like the calculator replaced manual calculation, now this is the new tool that we need to embrace into our workflow to make us work faster and smarter. Now, I want to share with you a couple of use cases I've used generative AI in my workflow and how it freed up time for me. Use case number 1, conducting secondary research. Recently, I've been using Perplexity AI in my secondary research. I love this tool. I think it is the new generational search engine. I can just enter a question and it will gather related content, article, or even images to answer my question. It will include the reference and where the sources are coming from, so I can fact check to validate whether or not the information is accurate. So I don't have to go through a bunch of articles and summarize myself. It can save me a ton of time during my secondary research. Second use case, which is probably the one you've seen a lot, that is content editors. So I like to use ChatGPT to help me wordsmith. Whenever I'm drafting an email or any type of copy, I will give it a prompt to help me wordsmith and refine my tone based on the context I'm in. The third use case, which I recently discovered, is use ChatGPT as my ideation partner. I use ChatGPT 4, which is a paid version. I highly recommend you to give a few extra bucks to experience this more powerful tool. So let me give you an example. One recent topic I've been thinking a lot at work is how I might create a research repository. But I don't know where to start because this is my first time creating a repository. I've seen a lot of articles, resources online about how other researchers have done it, but I just haven't sorted out the process and the steps I need to take. So in this case, I use ChatGPT to help me brainstorm and lay out the specific steps to take to create a research repository.
This is a prompt I gave to ChatGPT. I gave it a context, a clear goal, and any constraints I'm looking for in the results.
Whenever I don't feel this is the results I am looking for, or there might be better approach, I would give it a prompt like this. So I would ask it to think about alternative approach and list pros and cons of each, explain to me why it picks certain approach, and list out any additional questions or alternative it haven't thought about yet. So this way it can serve as another brain to help me brainstorm. Because the results from generative AI are based on training data might not be up to date. There are some potential biases in the training data, so we cannot just take whatever the results it gives to us. We have to take a critical stand and evaluate the results from generative AI. One of the conclusions from the Nielsen-Norman Group survey is more senior level researchers are more well positioned to use generative AI. I can see why, because senior researchers have more experience, so they can detect potential flaws and bias in the work from generative AI. But it is not to say that junior or entry level, or if you are new to the field, you cannot use AI. It's just we have to be more cautious and take a critical stand when we evaluate the result. So what is the role of AI in UX research? In conclusion, it's not about competition, but collaboration. The more I learn about generative AI tools like ChatGPT, the more excited I become. So I highly encourage you to now start learning. I will link a few learning resources down in the description box, including how to prompt AI. UX research isn't going away. You're not going to be replaced by AI, but you are going to be replaced by UX professionals who go all in and develop AI skills rapidly. I'd love to hear your thoughts about AI. How has it impacted your field? How you've used it, if any, in your workflow? Drop a comment below and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you in the next one. Bye!
Making art, you and me, trying to find something to believe.